Uganda was grey-listed by the Financial Action Task Force in 2020 due to deficiencies in countering money laundering and counter-terrorism financing. However, in February 2024, the country was removed from grey list after improving its reforms.
Money laundering is a major issue for most African economies. Uganda has done brilliantly in being able to leave the FATF grey list. But the biggest risk that we face is that many countries that leave the FATF grey list almost immediately at the next cycle go back on the grey list again. So that's the purpose of this conference, is to make sure that we in the private sector are working with the public sector to put in place the mechanisms and all the necessary rules and regulations that will ensure that Uganda never again returns to the FATF grey list.
At an anti-money laundering dialogue, the Governor Bank of Uganda, Michael Atingi-Ego, urged financial institutions to strengthen their cutting-edge tools and data analytics for real-time monitoring.
Now, the 2023 National Risk Assessment highlighted that cyber crimes poses a high threat in money laundering. Cyber attacks are increasingly sophisticated and they present a significant risk to financial institutions. All stakeholders therefore must strengthen their capacity to manage cyber crimes as it generates illicit proceeds.
Uganda's grey listing had dire consequences to the economy. A decline in foreign direct investment and cross-border transactions were registered. Banking sector collaboration and tech upgrade to match the ever-changing banking trends is recommended.
That we are all grappling with, which is the cyber space and its linkages to AML and terrorism financing. So there are some, of course, people that are innovating for completely wrong reasons. Theirs is to process transactions that are done without going through the normal systems of screening. But I can assure you that we are also heavily spending money to ensure that we deal with that threat from a cyber perspective.
Uganda is now required to sustain the reforms initiated during the FATF grey list period and further strengthen its AML CFT regime to avoid future grey listing and its consequences on the economy.
Uganda passed the Anti-Money Laundering Act to counter illicit financial flows, which now excludes non-government organizations, churches, and other charitable organizations from the list of accountable entities. Sada Mubale, UBC News, Kampala.